Recording?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, this is Anthony Moramus, formerly known on the internet as Skippy. Behind the camera is my beautiful wife Gina.
Hi.
She recently got out of the shower and she's in a robe, so she didn't want to go ahead and be on camera. But today we got a very important package in the mail.
Yay!
Thanks, audience. It's so... iJustine, an analog memoir. Justine is Eric. We're so proud of you, Justine. This is really cool. I don't care how many gigapixels and mega nats you filled up on that there internet. This is an accomplishment because it's real. And most importantly, my name and story is in it, and now we're going to read it. I'm going to jump ahead past the first 100 pages, and we're going to end up on page 108. First mention of Anthony.
For those who want to read along at home.
Yes, if you want to read along at home. I will get the Kindle version and be able to control F it, but for now, I found Anthony. That's me. I called Anthony, parentheses, whom I had met years earlier through Steve, the guy who'd given me the framed picture of Steve Jobs for my birthday. And that's our friend Steve, who I talked to today. And asked if he wanted to hang out. We'd had a casual friendship for years, but we'd grown considerably closer in the previous month or two, not long after he started working in the casting office for a Spike TV miniseries called The Kill Point. Anthony had put out a call to his friends looking for extras to fill out a bank robbery scene in Market Square in downtown Pittsburgh, and Des and I immediately volunteered, largely because the show starred John Leguizamo, and I had been obsessed with him since 1993, when he played Luigi in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Yes, he did. He played Luigi Mario. Not to be confused with his brother, Mario. Or Mario, as they say. The shoot was 6 long days, and there was a ton of downtime. She wasn't there all 6 days. There was always... Sorry. We'll wait for the second edition. There always is on major film and television sets, which gave Anthony and me just long enough to discover that we had a naturally antagonistic... wonderfully put. Naturally antagonistic, brother-sister kind of relationship. Read, we made fun of each other a lot. Wow, I mean, look at this face. He was hilarious and silly and usually up for anything. That's what it says on my LinkedIn page. When I sat down to tell him about my plans, though, I couldn't help but feel a little nervous. Oh, I guess I should give context. This is this chapter, which is about her iJustine weird camera on the hat days. This is her speaking. So, do you, remember when I went to San Francisco and did the one-day experiment with Justin.tv? I asked him. I wear the camera on my head and stream the entire thing on the internet? Yeah, he said. Well, they want me to do it again. Indefinitely. And I just hear your fake one. She doesn't sound like that. You all know what she sounds like because she talks on the internet every day. Anthony lifted his eyebrow and thought for a moment. So what you're telling me is, he said after a beat. This is amazing. He said after a beat, the next time we hang out, the internet will be watching? Yeah. He laughed. Okay, he said, smiling. And this is why I love Anthony. He was totally on board. Although he did tell me he thought I was crazy. Day one. I told CJ, too. You remember him. No, I don't. Skip. Sorry, CJ. Where is Anthony? Oh, and she goes on and on about all her stuff, and here's some things. You have the book. I assume you're reading it here. Honestly, it's kind of boring until you get to page 124, which my finger happened to be on. Back home in Pittsburgh, I was either at the coffee shop or, increasingly, finding weird, interesting things to do on the live stream. Some of my friends, meanwhile, in particular CJ and Anthony, who had no knowledge of each other's existence.
Yeah, who's CJ?
Who's CJ? Had grown more and more interested in helping, though probably to unexpected results. CJ, for example, got a little overexcited and revealed his private phone number online, just to see what would happen. Years later, he'd tell me he was still getting random middle-of-the-night phone calls from people.
Ugh.
Anthony, however, took a more creative, you might say, artistic tack. This is the first...
You might say.
Oh my God. What have you done, marrying me? And just so you know, I am truly reading this for the first time. I'm this tickled with the description of myself.
Yeah.
Anthony, however, took a more creative, you might say even artistic tack. He approached his debut on Justine.tv almost like an acting job. I think the same man who years later would read on camera.
Right.
I think he fancied himself a kind of Jim Halpert to my Michael Scott. Sure. He thought he'd flash.
You wish.
I think it's the other way around.
This is the least Jim Halpert thing I've ever seen in my life.
To my Michael Scott, he thought he'd flash an exasperated look or two to the camera in the faux documentary style of The Office and win over the audience. New paragraph, it did not work out like that. The chat room immediately started tearing him down as soon as he made it on screen. I've blocked most of this out, by the way, so I asked Anthony to jog my memory with regard to the details, and then the blue inset. Anthony, oh, I remember. As soon as I got to your apartment and waved to the camera, the insults started. Nice haircut. He doesn't dress very well. Why does he chew gum so loud? She's too hot for him. All true. Just warm, encouraging stuff right there. It didn't matter that we had made it abundantly clear that we weren't dating, that we were hanging out solely as friends. According to the chat room, I didn't deserve to be there. I was immediately cast as the villain, the guy who got to hang out with the hot girl while the Justine.tv viewers watched in silent rage. Ugh, see what I mean? The funny thing about Anthony, though, is not only was he not bothered by this, no, he was into it, especially when he saw the potential for interaction with the audience, especially when he began to understand what some of the viewers were really like. One night, we went to dinner at a local Longhorn Steakhouse. Classy. As per usual, I placed my hat with a mounted webcam on top of a napkin holder in order to get a wide shot of the table, naturally. Within 20 minutes, the phone calls started. True.
Phone calls to the restaurant?
Yes, this is all true. God. Every so often, our poor, confused-looking hostess would walk up to the table to tell me I had a phone call. I'd, reluctantly, walk up to the front, knowing full well the person on the other end of the line would be someone from the internet, and then return to our table to confirm this to Anthony. It's one of them, I said. Prank phone calls...
What did she say to them? What did they say to her? I see you're at Longhorn.
Heavy breathing. Prank phone calls, however, were clearly not exciting enough. Not long after we finished our meals, a chorus of voices singing Happy Birthday began echoing through the restaurant. Anthony and I were presented with a large hot fudge sundae, while the entire waitstaff of Longhorn Steakhouse serenaded me. Anthony inset, I love this.
Isn't Longhorn the one with the saddle that you have to ride? Oh no, that's Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. How could you confuse the two?
So sad. I wish you would have gone there.
Made better TV.
Yeah.
Anthony. So there we were with a free dessert in our chat room full of viewers waiting for reaction. I realized the incredible opportunity to have some fun, of course. So I turned to the camera, pulled the sundae right up to my face and said, "Thanks for the dessert, guys." Then I smugly took a giant bite. The outrage was palpable. I remember that.
What was the expected outcome?
They thought, I don't know, they just thought it'd be like kind of funny, but then she'd get they were just so mad that I was at all enjoying this. So I was like, thanks for the sundae.
Oh, wait, this is still you?
That was me talking, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was Justine.
Now we're back to Justine.tv. Obviously, Anthony liked antagonizing the trolls, also on my LinkedIn page. And since we have such a bicker back and forth kind of relationship, it came naturally. We started acting out what were essentially elaborate skits on camera. Improv games, if you will. We'd go to restaurants and stage wild, over-the-top arguments. We'd march away from the table as if in the middle of a huge lover's spat. I'd wiggle the webcam around, dramatically blurring the image while screaming and running through the parking lot. Here's an example. And she actually scripted it out. It's my birthday. Anthony, these are stage directions. Following Justine out of the restaurant, stopping his feet. Oh, that's right. Walk away. Just walk away. Justine, don't even talk to me. Anthony, walking into a busy parking lot. Oh, look, we're in traffic. Where you should play. That's a quote. Still stage directions. Justine stomps around the parking lot, yelling and carrying on, refusing to get in Anthony's car. Anthony drives slowly behind her, pleading with her to get in. Finally, Justine gets in the car. A door slams. Anthony, disgusted. Typical shit. Justine, don't say shit on my camera. Anthony, shit on your camera? Justine, don't say shit on my camera. Anthony, resigned. I should have just run you over. This is all presented as comedy, by the way. There's the image, the still shot from that.
I don't know how one can see it.
Yeah, it's pretty. No one needs to see.
What a baby you were.
I know, right? Look at the old guy here, still wearing blue shirts.
Can't go wrong with a blue shirt.
Guess not. All right, I don't see much more Anthony after this. So
there's no index to indicate.
I already looked again. edition number 2, if we could just sort of have click here for Anthony pages. But
she didn't allude to your nickname.
she didn't. I noticed that, which is how most people knew. Skippy. Oh, back in Pittsburgh. Oh, she knows other people in Pittsburgh. Oh, Anthony, whom I was now calling Skippy.
There it is. It's all right there.
Because someone in the chat room had nicknamed him that, and it stuck.